one that has been implemented a few years ago and constantly evolving over the refining the process. And it's called a Insta PI VC, pre-issuance verification consent capture platform. So that is what we are going to present today. And we can start with the presentation. So Ashwin, should we present it or?
Yeah, please share your screen, Srinivasan, sir.
Okay, done. I hope everyone can see my screen, right? Okay. So today we are going to, as I told, today we are going to present Insta PIVC. Particularly the category that we are doing it's AI innovation. Okay, it's a AI-powered digital infrastructure layer. Okay, that protects the consumers, enables inclusions, and strengthens financial institutions. And it is directly aligned with multiple UN SDGs. So I'll come to where how we are aligning with the SDGs in the later slides. So this is the agenda that we are going to present today. One about who we are and how we have developed this, and what is Insta PIVC is all about, and what is the problem statement and market uh, potential. And then we come to the demo stage where we can quickly do a demo of our platform, and then finally how we are aligned with UN SDGs. So coming to Anu Cloud Technologies, we started in 2017, 16, 17, where a primary intent was digitization of a lot of policy documents. That's how we started. And once we started showcasing our platform, then the industry leaders like SBI Life and LIC and IRDA asked us whether it can be used for creating a consent platform. Okay, there are a lot of things that they had in mind, and we demonstrated the consent capture within a web app, and then slowly started refining the pre-issuance verification. And these are the institutions that we are live with our platform. To name a few, SBI Life, HDFC Life, and LIC HFL. So we are very well trenched in life insurance and NBFCs, and slowly getting into the HFLs and banks. So what is Insta PIVC? It's a pre-issuance verification and a consent platform. So why we created it and what led us to create it and what are the innovations that we brought into the Insta PIVC? Probably I'll get into that in the coming slides. And the innovation that we are certainly disruptive and certainly incremental. So how disruptive and how incremental, the following slides will get into it. So problem statements. So what happens is when you go into an insurance or buy a policy, the customers generally earlier days, the agent comes and sells a policy, and they just take a few signature and sell a policy, and then they scoot off. So what happens is the customer do not fully understand the policy terms, exclusions, and charges. And there is rampant mis-selling, proxy sales, and the agents used to run the show, and identity fraud. So they used to take insurance policy for a customer and charge it to another customer. So identity fraud was rampant. And whatever the policy that was created, there used to be a lot of manual work, manual verification, and the turnaround time for issuance of policy used to be days. And a language, the policy was sold only in English, probably colloquial language. When the agent meets the customer, they used to talk about it in a vernacular language. But after that, nothing. On paper, it is English, probably Hindi. That's it. And underwriters generally rely on the customer's feedback, saying that I am healthy, I don't smoke, I'm stress-free. and my heart rate is good, whatever it is. So underwriter lacks the early risk indicators before issuance. These are the problem statement and challenges faced by the insurance industry that led us to create what we have created. And these are the goals. Broadly, the goals of InstaPIVC is to verify true identity, deliver multilingual policy explanations, AI-driven pre-issuance risk signals, improve straight-through processing without a lot of manual intervention, and also reduce onboarding and turnaround time, onboarding cost and turnaround time. And evidence of this market adoption is we have deployed it in 15 life insurance companies in India. Out of 22, we are there with 15. And the rest 7, we have done a little bit of other works, part of module that was integrated with that. And we deployed with 3 health insurance companies, banks, broking firms, HFLs, and then slowly started penetrating in Southeast Asia. So today the platform powers around 25,000 policies issuance daily. And broadly, this is the market potential impact and how we can scale it. All this can be seen on this particular site. Again, this is a proven market traction and potential scalability. So why disruptive and incremental? Okay. So as I said, traditional BFSA onboarding rely on manual calls, audio-only consent, basic KYC, post-issue audit. So we have made it entirely identity verification based on AI. It is a multilingual policy explanation, intent analytics and confidence scoring is there, speech-to-text scoring is there, face recognition, face comparison, and liveness detection, spoofing, everything is there. In a particular platform, it is deeply integrated with their CRM, LOS, PAS, and reducing manual intervention. These are broadly our innovation on this platform. 14 Indian languages, geofencing, geotagging, OCR is there, two-factor authentication, face recognition, match and analysis, liveness with spoof detection, passive and active liveness detection. Then comes your facial analysis to predict vital parameters. It's the non-invasive facial health risk indicators like BMI, smoker status, blood sugar, BP, SpO2. And then comes all the data is secure. Okay. And everything is audit can be trained and it can be reported. So if you want to have a look at the journey, probably I'll ask Mitra to present a quick video, and from there we can do the next round, next set of. Mitra, over to you.
Yes, Srini, thank you.
I stop share. You can play, Mitra.
Anur Cloud Technologies presents InstaPIVC. Please ensure that your face is in the square box for face detection. Smile to complete your liveness check.
I here agree that the policy and please click the agree or disagree button present in your screen, sir.
So this is what Insta PAVC is all about. And probably if there is still more time, probably I can explain a little more on Insta PAVC, or
Yes,
probably
yes.
we can take questions.
Yes, Srinivasan sir, you have just 1 minute left in your presentation. If you need anything else to explain, you can explain that. Just 1 minute is left.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me just see if I can share my screen. So how it aligns with UN SDG goals? What are the SDG 1 on no poverty, where financial protection is provided based on our Insta PAVC, and the impact metrics are clearly given. On SDG 3, we are with good health and well-being, where the risk indicators using facial detection is given to the underwriters. On decent work and economic growth, it enables digital sales agents models for frontline workers, improving the productivity and compliance, and reduce inequalities. We support 14 languages, so the digital adoption is there within all nook and corner of India. And strong institutions and consumer, so the turnaround time and verifiable audio consent for every policy issuance is that. Okay, so I stop here, and probably I'm ready to take questions.
Okay, very well presented, Srinivasan sir. Jurors, we are open to take the question and answer sessions. Trisaro sir? Or
Not much from me, thank you. I think it's a very interesting product. My question about this is that all these banks that you're working with,
Yes.
their, shall I say, current pain points that you're addressing, you generally alluded to the fact that they have to do, after there is a lot of mis-selling with the policies and so on, and they have to somehow clean up their act. But technically speaking, what is their issue that you're addressing for them?
Well, I mean, there are few things that started. One is mis-selling. Okay, with mis-selling, we have reduced around 75% of the mis-selling compliance. The claims or the mis-selling thing has been reduced. And the turnaround time problems. Okay, let me just start my video. Okay, I'm there. Okay, so on an average, issuance time for a policy used to be 2 days from the agent to thing.
So we'll come back to that. But okay, and also these banks are also heavily using this Aadhaar in India Stack and all that, right? So are you also sort of plugged into those?
No, I mean, India Stack and Aadhaar, wherever the Aadhaar verification is there, probably they'll give us the API key for Aadhaar verification. Since as a third-party service provider or a product owner, we don't have an access to Aadhaar or PAN APIs. So they give their API keys in case if the customer uploads an Aadhaar and it has to be verified, we pull the data through their API key and then do our face comparison and liveness to ensure that it's the customer who's doing the policy and not an agent.
Right. And where does the customer data reside? Does it reside with you, or is there a way you actually sort of have end-to-end encryption and you transmit that directly to the bank or whoever?
No, our entire solution is hosted on the client's place. Okay. So that was a one problem statement that they gave when we started this journey, saying that, okay, we don't want any third-party libraries. All anything that you do has to reside within our servers. Okay. So with that problem statement, we started investing our tech into AI, doing a face comparison. All the models are invested into their servers. So nothing leaves their servers.
Okay, thank you. I'll let my colleagues have a question.
Yeah, I can go for the next question. So since this panel is primarily focused on innovation in AI, what are the key innovations? What are the key AI-based innovation in this product?
Okay. So, I mean, when it comes to identity verification, okay. So what we do is the face detection to ensure that the customer is providing the consent. Primarily, the customer is the one who's providing the consent. We ensure that multiple faces are not there within the particular screen. And once the face is detected, and we ensure that it's not a spoof where earlier stages, the agents used to record a video impersonating a customer and showing it in front of the camera to bypass the check. So we make sure that the spoof is there. Okay, it is not a video or it's not a photograph in front of the camera, and it's a live customer who's doing that. And face comparison, application photo and OVD documents photo, we just grab it. And with that, we do the face comparison to ensure it's a customer and not somebody impersonating as a customer. So all thing on the facial analysis, we do it. And second thing, as I said, liveness is there. Then comes the speech intent capture. A customer is giving a consent. It comes in 14 languages. The customer can choose any of the 14 languages. If they choose Hindi or Tamil, okay, the entire voiceover, the script comes in Tamil, and they have to read out in Tamil. Okay, so there can be a chances customer can be lip synced. An agent can do a lip sync. So we do also a lip sync analysis to ensure the audio and the audio strength and the mouth movements of the customer are matching. And it's a customer who's doing that. Okay. And then comes the speech to text, where we convert the speech of the customer to a text and then do compare it with a given consent. We also do a negative intention where customer can say, I do not agree to the terms and conditions. Okay. And later stages, they can go back to the court of law and say that I have not given my consent and did this. So we also do those checks and give a confidence score on a thing. And for few high risk cases, we do health-based biometrics, non-invasive facial risk indicators, where we see the face. Yeah, they have to be in the front of the camera for 14 seconds, still in the front of the camera. We check their heart rate, stress levels, and smokers status, and then pass it on to the underwriters, saying that a probability of high heart rate is there with this particular customer. You can go for the medical test. Otherwise, it's a straight through processing. You can issue the policy. So then comes a manual intervention based on our analysis. Then it goes for one more round of check before for high risk cases. All these models and everything we developed it over the past 6-7 years, and then we included as part of our platform.
But the more newer technology has come in the last 3 years or so, right? The LLMs and other things. Is there any of it also incorporated or?
No. I mean, as of this, they have given a specific another use case to us, where we have to use not LLMs as such. They want an SLM to be incorporated, and it has to be self-hosted within their environment. They don't want any LLMs or SLM to be hosted because the data goes outside their network. So they want us to develop a specific, vertical specific SLM. So that's the area that we are working on right now.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Solution, Mr. Srinivasan, how many customers are using currently your solution?
Around 22 customers, sir. 20 customers in India, 15 life insurance, 3 health insurance companies, Star, Galaxy, and ABHI, and 2 banks. We just signed up with AU Bank and Bandhan Bank. They are using for a thing, and 2 NBFCs and 2 broking channels.
Just my curiosity, what is stopping them to replicate your solution? Because most of the banks, they have their tech teams.
Right, sir. So, I mean, there are competitors. There are people who can develop these APIs like India Stack or UDI. What we excel is we have integrated. We have done all these based on the available sources, and we have integrated into one single platform. So they don't have to rely on multiple players. Like Karza can give an API for fraud analysis or UDI analysis. So instead of having multiple vendors to integrate and build a journey, so what we do is we give them a pre-built journey based on their requirements. So that is.
Thank you. Good work.
Thank you for your presentation. I enjoyed it. My
Okay.
colleagues have taken most of the questions I would love to ask, but just to say I enjoyed your presentation. Thank you
Oh.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right.